I'm ready. Are you guys ready for me? What a college basketball game. First, I'd like to thank the Charlotte Sports Commission and the title sponsors Ally and Belk for just an unbelievable event that they put on. When Danny Morrison had called me and about potentially participating, he said it's a first-class thing. We value women's basketball, and they certainly put their money where their mouth was. Probably both literally and figuratively, just in the way that they treated us, and it was a first-class event with two really good teams. So much respect for Coach West and NC State. I've never actually in my time played them, but I've watched a lot on TV, and we knew it would be a really tough matchup. I'm just really proud of the team togetherness and kind of toughness that we showed today. You don't know exactly what you have until you're put in these situations, which is why we schedule them. And I think, it's a chance for us to redefine our identity a little bit, and I think that was on full display today. We have a lot of different shot makers and playmakers. We have some defensive stoppers. We can put people in different spots, and we tried to do that all game, despite a team that's going to put a lot of pressure on you on the other end of the floor to defend too. So proud of the way we came back. Held them, I think, scoreless down the stretch, and a lot of people make plays, and a good chance for us to grow and learn from here.
Questions, raise your hand. Let us know who you are, who you with. Who has the first question? Right here in front of us.
Yeah, Mitch North on SB Nation. NC State's up 11 to start the fourth quarter after that, and one from Zoe. How did your team just keep its composure and keep attacking?
Yeah, when we were going to the fourth, that was kind of the largest deficit we had at the time, which was 8. We came out, gave a 3-point play. I said, we got to lock in, we can do this. I just kept saying we can do this, and I felt like they believed that. Ultimately, NC State has a ton of really good players, and we had to dig in and not let them go to their strengths, right? Like, she's really good at everything. Zoe, I'm a big fan of her game, have been since I've seen her in club basketball, but if you let her go right, you don't have much of a chance to just get right to the rim. So we had to just lock in on the game plan, continue to do us, but I never saw heads drop. I thought we just kept playing. I thought we kept trying to make plays. Obviously, it came down to being able to get stop after stop down the stretch and a bunch of big shot making.
You mentioned your team is kind of trying to redefine itself right now. What are you trying to redefine yourselves as?
Our starting front court is in W, and as you all know, right, Juju's with us from the sideline this year, and so everybody's sort of in a new role. And we just think it's a great opportunity for others, just the way we want to play. We want to play fast and fluid. We're trying to play like a more open pro-style offense where there's a lot of reads and options and putting people in different spots. We're always going to play hard and tenaciously on the defensive end. We want to play fast. All the different things. And I think that's what the players bought into, and they have, but there's also different people in new roles and opportunities, and that's a lot, to take on, from someone in their first college game to someone in their first time, in a USC uniform, being asked to take on a lot more, which is a great, awesome opportunity. I love coaching us, but I think we've got a lot of growing to do as well, which is exciting.
Question of the players too, front row.
Lindsey Gibbs with CBS Sports. Jazzy, your shot's not falling as much as you want in the first half. How do you stay focused on such a big stage, and what's the mentality that it takes to not get rattled?
Yeah, I'm just blessed with amazing coaches and teammates, so they really keep me grounded in situations like that when my shot's not falling as much as I'd like it to, and yeah, I'm just really grateful for them.
I want to ask a little bit about Kennedy Smith. Her shot also is not falling right now as much as she would like. How does she impact the game outside of that, though?
I think what makes Kennedy such an elite player is that she can impact the game without scoring. We know she's capable of scoring, and I think she had a couple really critical buckets down the stretch, but she's unique in that she makes other elite players better. Like, she can have the ball in her hands and feel the defense and spray it. She can score inside and out, and we know she's capable of making shots, and those shots will fall, but she's taking on a lot more, right? Like, in only her sophomore year, trying to get her the ball to be a playmaker and a shot distributor and score, but she's elite defensively. She's all over the boards, and just a competitiveness about her that I think other people are like, okay, we can get a stop, we can make a play, no matter what's happening on the offensive end.
Third row left.
Chantel Powell, No Cap Space. This is for Londynn and Jazzy. Your coach talked about, you guys forming your identity, players in new roles. What's really the key to you guys being as connected as you were defensively despite all of that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it takes a lot of work. I think that's something that, you prepare for coming into a new season, understanding that you have a new team. And so I think just figuring out what it is that we need to do to get better at. I mean, it takes a lot of film, a lot of work, a lot of competitiveness. But at the end of the day, we have an end goal. And so I think just knowing that we're all on the same page and want to get the same job done.
Jazzy?
Yeah, I mean, I agree, just the communication aspect and knowing that we all have a common goal and what we want to do and achieve this season is what helps us.
Yeah, Londynn, I was going to ask, the first half you were sort of the bus driver, kind of powering an offense for the team as some of your teammates' shots weren't falling. In the second half, you're kind of doing more to compliment them. As a veteran and as a point guard, how do you sort of balance when to know to do that?
Yeah, I think it's all a feel for the game. I think, like you kind of just said, as a vet, being there before, doing whatever it is that my team may need in that moment and being that person for them, whether they need me, whether they don't, but just kind of making sure we're all on the same page. And like I said, we do have an end goal, and so whatever that takes, it could be anyone's moment at that time, but just understanding that and just making sure we come together as one.
Yeah, Londynn, what is working for you so far this season? I mean, your shot is just falling, you're looking so good out there. The transfer, obviously, crosstown transfer. How are you feeling in the red and yellow now? And why do you think things are clicking so early this year?
Yeah, I love it. But I think just like I kind of said before, just the work. I think practice is never enough. I think that what you do in practice, you kind of see what you can work on and what you need to get better at. I think just film, we have a lot of film sessions. So just understanding that, and I think just the work that's being put in, when you're putting it in, getting the reps, it comes naturally and you don't really have to think about it. So I think that that's helped a lot.
And just a quick follow-up, sorry. Just your impressions so far about playing with Jazzy.
Yes, I love it. We're extremely proud of her. I mean, when you have a great player like that, knowing that shots are going to fall, you just have to keep her, Jazzy, you got it to hit the next one. So I think just what she's done already so far has been amazing, and she has so much to look forward to.
Back in the room, Cameron.
Cam Gaskins with WBTV here in Charlotte. For both players and then Coach, I guess you as well, it's not often that you see two defensive stands in the final 10 seconds with a 1-point lead, having to get a stop both times. So for the players, just what's the mentality, knowing that you have to defend that 1-point lead, and then coaches, what's the message in the huddle twice, trying to get them ready for a big play?
And I just think there was a lot of confidence, and that's a great offensive team, but I think there was a lot of confidence, not that can we do this, but we got to do this, we're going to do this. That's the message. Unless we talked to them with only 1 second left, switching out and making everything tough. We put Laura Williams in to be on the ball to make that one tough. But with 10 seconds left, it was a little bit longer a play. We're trying to give them what the reads might be and just take away their primary options.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, as a player's standpoint, you have that mentality. We don't have anything to lose, so we just have to go out there and do what we do and not hope for the best, but we work on this. So just going out there and it comes because you prepare for it. So I think, like I kind of said before, just having that mentality on we can get it done. We do this every day. This is another rep. Like, it helps a lot.
Third row.
Okay, this is for Jazzy. NC State's a team that's put a couple players into the W last couple years. You had Sanaya Rivers in that back corner. Just as your college career, you hit the ground running. What did playing against this team show you about yourself tonight so far?
I mean, yeah, NC State's an amazing team. They're very well coached, so it's super cool to be able to be on this stage in my second college game, and yeah, just be backed by amazing coaches and teammates.
Last question.
Right, this is for Jazzy and Londynn here. I noticed that you two and some of your teammates wearing various forms of the Kobe 5s. Is that your guys' favorite shoe hoop in?
Yeah, honestly, they're very comfortable. I obviously just got into Nike, so it's been really fun. But love Kobe's, so we got a lot of new pairs, so I'm sure you'll be seeing a lot more.
Yeah, I love Kobe's too. They're like one of my favorite shoes. So yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There are stat books here if anyone